All right, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to our morning note. It is 9:01 Eastern Standard Time, March 1st, 2021. Brand new month. Thanks so much for stopping by. We do this every morning at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time here at G.A.R Capital's YouTube channel. Make sure to click the bottom right-hand corner of your screen, turn on notifications, subscribe to our channel, like our videos. We do appreciate it. And thank you so much for supporting the channel, as always. Brand new month, rock and roll. Let's talk about market, shall we? Dow futures up 340 points, good thing to see. NASDAQ leading the way of the major indices, of the three majors, up 1.25%. S&P futures up 1%. Russell 2000 futures up 1.8% at 2238. Bitcoin futures bouncing, 48,100, up 3.83%. Crude futures up 0.26%. Gold futures are up 0.4%. Silver futures up 2%. And bonds are actually up to a quarter point. That means yields are down. I'll get you that exact quote here in a second. Copper futures up 1.17%. Euro dollar for my Forex people, 120.52, down 22 pips. 106.61, up 3 pips for the dollar yen. And the dollar index right now is up 0.12% as the VIX is down 11%. That's a really good sign. We definitely need that down so we can get some green on the board. All right, so new month. Let's go ahead and take a look at some pre-market movers together. Some headlines that came in. ExxonMobil got some new board members. Also, it looks like the stimulus package will be going to the Senate and will not have the $15 per hour minimum wage, which should help it pass. If it does pass, looks like, as the bill written, looks like there will be a higher child tax credit and a $1,400 stimulus check coming out. But again, it still needs to pass. All right, let's go to pre-market movers. AMC's up 8.86%. Palantir up 6.32%. I own shares in that. Sundial Growers up 4.5%. And let's take a look at the Dow. What's moving? Apple nearly up 2%. Boeing up nearly 3%. Walmart 1.25%. Microsoft 1.29%. Johnson & Johnson looks like the vaccine is going to go through. 1.86%. Salesforce up 1.85%. JP Morgan 1.5%. Good to see the financials pushing as well. And Walt Disney up 2.25%. In the S&P, Carnival up 3.81%. American Airlines 3.39%. Reopening stocks 3.48% on Norwegian. Tesla up 2%. Ford up 1.62%. Twitter 1.22%. I have calls 1.37% on Facebook. And United Airlines 4.04% to the upside. Nice to see some green, right, guys? New month. Baidu up 5.31%. AMD up 1.59%. Micron up 2%. I have some longer dated calls on those. So that's where we are pre-market. Nice to see. Let's go over something here called the March seasonal patterns. And it says here, March, just a heads up, March is the second best month for the S&P, historically speaking. March was the best month of the S&P until last year, which 12.5% fall due to COVID. In general, it's a strong year for stocks, and that extends into April, where it's gained a remarkable 14 of the past 15 years. So March and April should be a solid couple of months for you guys if you are long the market. Aside from seasonals, I can think of 1.9 trillion reasons to buy U.S. stocks. This gentleman here is talking about the stimulus. Positive signals also extend to global markets. But Bitcoin has fallen in March the past 6 of the last 7 years, including a 25% decline last year and a 35% decline in 2018. It's easily the worst calendar month for Bitcoin. So understand that. But again, we should have a solid month in March. Let's take a look at the volume here. So looking at E-mini futures, I got chopped up on Friday with this big stop hunt. But again, we're above the 50, which is nice to see. I'm watching to see if we can get above the 38.64 level on the 100-day moving average. Again, last night I actually already created the futures trading course. So again, I was kind of go over some stuff, and I actually did a live trade, which was really cool. So I'm just working with tech support to get that uploaded, so we can get that taken care of. Our current futures members are going to get access to that course. No extra charge, but everyone else, there will be a charge for it if you want to sign up and watch the videos. It's kind of like options course 1 and options course 2, but this one's going to be futures, which everyone has asked about. Okay, so that's where we are today. When I'm watching, I have Twitter open. I have some XLE open. I have some financials open. I have some Micron open on that. I personally won't be trading anymore because I will be on vacation. It's my wife's birthday on Wednesday, so we're going to be just stepping out for a couple of days. I'll be back on Friday for a morning note. But again, I'm going to try to just kind of close up what I got for the most part, which is not much, and then just go from there. But that's where we are. Nice to see some green on the board. Let's go ahead and take some questions. Berkshire Hathaway, yeah, Berkshire Hathaway actually spoke about, they actually had their annual meeting. Let's take a look at where they are pre-market. They're up 2.7% pre-market. Those are the B shares. Let me go ahead and get the current rates on the 10-year because it's very important to see the bond yields. CNBC, if I can bring this up. Bonds right now are 1.434, which is nice. And remember what we talked about before, guys. You always want to check your heat maps in the morning and see what's moving, what's shaking. But right now it looks like everything is all green. Good stuff all aboard. So again, I'm seeing a ton of green on the S&P heat map pre-market. Let's see if we get that continuation as we go. We got some manufacturing PMIs at 9:45, ISM manufacturing index at 10, and construction spending at 10 in the morning. So I just got some news here. United Airlines ordered 25 Boeing 737 MAX aircraft. That looks good. So we could take a look at Boeing if you want to take a look at it and see where we are. If you start breaking above the 50, which is right around 220, then it should be a nice trade there. I also have some DAL calls that I did on my own. I have the 50s. Obviously, with the airlines moving up, I should be able to catch this one as well. If it does break above 50.32, it could be a nice move for airlines as they get the reopening stocks up and going. I also have some financials. Again, the longer dated options on financials. You could see that we still are bouncing off Thursday and Friday's lows. Let's see if we break above 33.07. The good news is that the 50 is still above the 100, so it's still a bullish chart. And XLE Energy, of course, above the 50-day moving average here, looking solid. Let's take a look at XOM. Nice boost with the new board members. 57.39 would probably be your level to break for the upside. That's what we're looking at. Watching anything for today? Just went over it. Yep. AYX breakout incoming. I don't know what AYX is, but you could probably be seeing, you're going to get, what, a bear flag to get breakout here. Let's see if you break above the 50. If anything, I would target the 100-day moving average first. What dips did I buy? I bought some Tesla. I forget exactly what I bought. I bought Tesla. I bought some Airbnb on the portfolio. Let's see what else I bought. I have to go to my investment club and see. What else did I buy? Let's see. I knew I bought Airbnb and we were up on that. I bought some Tesla, but I didn't buy much. I didn't break much alerts. I missed some because I was doing YouTube live. Palantir calls. Yeah, Palantir is up. Looking for the 30 calls. Let's see what the volume is, but I would wait for 26.31 to break before you do anything. That's where I would wait for. But I'm expecting March to be a strong month for stocks, so I would stay positive on that and see if we start breaking some moving averages here. That's why we bought the dips on the stocks that we looked at. So let's see if we get continuation. That's really the key. XLF is holding up. That's right. XLF is holding up. We should be able to break over that 50 of 33.07 here in a bit. So it really is depending on the open. I know futures sometimes, in the morning looks great, and then we get that morning dump. So first thing in the morning, kind of take your time, see what happens, and go from there. So brand new month, you know the drill. Forget February. It's on to the new one. You're only as good as your last trade. Good morning. Happy birthday to your wife. Thanks on AMC. Thank you. AMC, looking at it here, it did come back down a little bit. Now it's at 864. I would wait, if anything, if you're trying to trade it, really start maybe above $9 if you're trying to trade it. Be very careful. No, I didn't buy any ARK funds. Nope. NIO has been beaten down, obviously. But right now on the 50, let's see if you can break above the 100-day moving average before you do anything. I honestly would wait for 52.82 before you start doing anything. The only reason I'm not doing alerts, guys, is because I will be out for the week. I will be back on Friday for the morning note. So again, I probably won't be trading because I kind of want to enjoy the time off a little bit, just a couple of days. Snow. Looking at Snow again. Look again, Neo, Snow, all these tech companies that are all beaten down, they're all bouncing back. But again, they haven't broken any meaningful moving averages, meaning the 100-day. If I was breaking the 100-day, then I'll start looking and seeing about some calls for the most part. But right now, the last thing I want you guys to do is get faked out in the morning. You start getting into calls, and then what happens? They fall back down. We usually get those morning dumps where right at 9:30 the sellers come in and start taking profit. IDEX. IDEX, I don't know much about. There's a penny stock, so just be very careful. If you're trying to trade, I don't even know if they have volume on options. You have to wait for about $4. Plug is on the move. I thought they were price upgraded today. I did read. I have an alert at 56.89 for a breakout. BTC, I do love long term, of course. Again, any kind of dips I've been buying, but I buy every week. Which annual return you aim for a bit options portfolio? Really just depends. I mean, depends on how much risk you put on. I'm a little conservative, so I'm not trying to go too crazy, but 20 to 30% is pretty solid. You can get as high as 70% if anything, but again, it just depends on market conditions. Square, thoughts in the next few weeks? I love Square. I think I bought the dip on that one. I forget. I have to take a look, but I did buy the dip on it. And again, you still need a lot more to go. So break above 250. You can start seeing about some calls, but for the most part, it's still a bearish chart. Do you forecast another spike in bonds this week? That's really tough to figure because if you get the stimulus package done and it's bigger and more expanded, then yes, bond yields will go up. But if they contract it, maybe the Republicans in the Senate start saying, hey, start taking out a little bit of pork and less spending, then bond yields should stay down. TBT, I don't know what TBT is. Pro shares, I don't know what TBT is, but again, you still need to kind of break above the 50 or any moving average before you do anything. Thoughts on Costco? Love Costco long term. One of my favorite retailers. I don't own it. I used to, but I sold it for Amazon. So Amazon I'm a little more of a fan of, but Costco is a great company. Great to own long term. Absolutely. Twitter I have on my board. I have calls on it. We got as high as 38% on it, but we should be able to get back. It should break 80, if not by tomorrow. It's a solid company. I got 2 price upgrades today. They just offer some convertible notes to raise some cash, but Twitter is looking very solid in this chart, and I think we get it today, if not tomorrow. Did you add Teladoc? I did not add Teladoc, no. I bought Airbnb. Teladoc, I'm going to see if I can probably get in down the line with another dip, if we get one, but I have alert at 210. Lulu I do own. Yep, Lulu I do own, but in regards to trading it, again, all these companies took a hit, so nothing really there until you get to 325. SOS I've never heard of, so I don't know much about them. I don't own it. NNDM, don't know much about them either. They're below the 50-day moving average, so if you're looking to buy the stock, if anything, maybe $8. How do you feel about football? I like football long term. I do own it, and I bought dips on it. So I do think we're going to get a nice bounce back. Should break above 41 if we get a continuation. Thoughts on PSTH on options? Yes. And also there was a question about Airbnb. They did report and had a great call. Obviously more of a cash burn, but still a great call. That's why I bought shares, and I'm actually green on them. 29.5 on PSTH. I don't know much about them, so it's really just sideways action here. But I don't know anything about options here on that name. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it there. Have a great rest of your week. I'll catch you guys on Friday. Our YouTube Premium guys, I hate to do a live where I can't follow through on the trades with you, and I don't want to do it just a session just for a session. So what we're going to do is that next week, Monday and Tuesday, that'll be the 2 sessions to make up for this week. So, and again, we'll take the week off as YouTube Premium. Obviously, we have our full team handling the Discords. Any kind of questions you may have, they'll be able to help. So, again, I'll be gone, but I won't be far. Let's leave it at that. Have a great rest of your week, guys. I'll catch you guys Friday for a morning note. Cheers, guys.